Hello. Welcome, everyone. Welcome to the 5th, I believe. Actually, no, day number 6. Welcome to the 6th stream for the My First Game Jam. Today, what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to kind of be building my own little game. It won't be anything complex, but I'm going to be building my own game for the Game Jam, just to kind of give you an idea of perhaps something you could make. So I'm just going to start, and I'm going to be using Kaboom for mine. You don't necessarily have to. I'm not sure what I'm going to call this, and I'm doing this all on stream, so I don't know what I'm going to call it yet, but we're just going to kind of explore and see what we can come up with. So the theme is favorite animal. So because of that, I think I'm going to make mine centered around a panda, just because that's my favorite animal. Hence my name. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm Adam, but on Replit I am TechPandaPro. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna add a new sprite. So if I run this, then we can see that there's bean and all that good stuff. Actually, I'm gonna wait to draw my sprite. I'm gonna attempt to draw a panda later. I'll just do like a very pixelated drawing. But I'm thinking I'll do like maybe a platformer type thing. So my idea is you have like a panda, and then the panda can move along and collect bamboo. And that's what I'm thinking I'll do. So maybe there will be little bamboo. I don't know if I'll have like obstacles, because there probably should be obstacles. But we'll see. So let's just get started. Let's add a level here. And if you do have any general Kaboom.js questions, feel free to drop them in the chat. But otherwise, I'm just going to make this, but I can also answer questions as I go. Or if you have ideas for it, I can add. But so I'm going to add a level. And in here, I'm going to pass. For those of you who have been in previous streams, you've seen me explaining this. Basically, it's just a bunch of strings. Basically, it's just a bunch of strings that represent the level. I hope this code is large enough for you guys to see. And so in here, we can kind of represent our level. So spaces just represent like air, if that makes sense. And then we can define our own object. So maybe I'll use equals to represent the floor. And I think that's what I'll do. So I can specify equals to be a floor sprite. And then I clear an area. Now what area is going to do is it's going to enable collision detection. So that's quite important for a platformer. And then I'm also going to make it solid. And most of this stuff I'm using, I did cover in the past. So you can, if you've watched the previous live streams, you can find them there. Or if you haven't, then you can go back and rewatch them. But and now I'm going to, let's see, I have to add this floor sprite. Actually, there's a quicker way. So I can pick a sprite from here. Let's go with, let's just go with some grass. I feel like that's the most fitting. So now we can import that. insert load code. Must provide level grid width and height. I should have known that. So I can specify a width and a height for how large each of these sprites is. So I'm going to say 32, 32. And I believe sprite not found floor. Oh, I need to set this as the floor. So now you see that they're a bit too close to each other. And it works, but they're a bit too close. I'm going to get rid of this code here. But they're a bit too close to each other. How I can fix that is increase this width and height, because it has to be the same size as the sprite here. So now, if I run that, you see everything is sized properly. However, the bean does not fall, and we want the bean to fall. So I'm going to go back over here, and I'm going to give bean body, which will enable collision. Or, I'm sorry, it'll enable gravity, so that then the bean falls and then stops there. And then we're going to assign this to a variable, and we're going to say bean, or we're just going to say on key down left, and then this is what we'll do when you press the left arrow key. So when you press the left arrow key, I want bean. I'm actually going to rename this to player, because eventually I'm going to change this to a panda. So we can say player move negative player speed 0, which means they'll move this direction by player speed. And then when you press the key right, and I want the player to move in the positive direction of that variable. So now that we've done that, we need to define the player speed. Just for simplicity, I'm going to use let, just in case there's any, just to prevent confusion. But if you know what const is, then I recommend using const. So now I can move it by, let's say, 200. You can see now I can move the player. And then let's increase this to maybe 300. And now he can move, but he can't jump. But to fix that, we're just going to say on key down, up. And whenever you press the up arrow key, you want to jump. However, this will jump even if you're in the midair, which is not what we want. So you can see I'm double jump, like right, I'm in air here. I can still jump. So I can jump, like if I jump off this, you can see I can keep jumping. Like I can jump around all over here. I can even fall all the way down and then jump all the way back up, right? Which I don't want. I only want to be able to jump if the player is grounded, which means if the player is on the ground. And for simplicity, actually, or like to prevent confusion, I'm going to use the little brackets. And now you can see I can jump only if the player is touching the floor. I'm going to change that to key press. Now you can see whenever I'm on the floor and I press up, I can jump. Let's see, what else should I add? Let's do the camera position. So let's say player on update, cam position, player position. And now it should follow around the player. which is perfect. That's exactly what we want. Let's set a background color next. I'm thinking like a baby blue. Let me look up a hex color for that. Or an RGB. So I'm going to go with this right here. So I'm going to say background. And I'm going to paste in that RGB value. And now the background is blue. And that's exactly what it wants. So that's good. Let's see. I'm trying to think of how we can maybe do some challenges. One idea I have is where you have to collect the bamboo, and then you have to collect the bamboo before a timer runs out. And if you don't get it all by then the game is over. And that's my idea. So let's just see how that goes. I'm trying to build this game as quickly as I can. So hopefully your submissions, you're able to invest longer than an hour, but I'm gonna try to keep it pretty quick because I don't want to bore you guys. And I just want to show you guys an example of something you could make. So let's see. What else? What should we add next? Let's add the bamboo. I'm going to get to drawing the sprites in a little bit, but for now I'm going to use just a coin. And I'm going to make it so that you can collect the coins. So I'm going to use a circle to represent a coin. And then I'm going to set that to sprite of coin. And area, because I want it to have collision detection. And now I need to insert that load code as well. Now, if we reload that, we should see a coin. Whoops. We should see a coin pop up. Yep, there we go. And what we want to have happen is it should log something when we hit this coin. So it should log something. So we can say player on collide coin, and then we can debug log hit coin, and then hit coin, and then we need to give this a tag of coin so that this matches up so that it can detect when you hit the coin. And now if we reload that, and I hit the coin, you can see it says hit coin down in the bottom left. I'm also going to increase the log max up here, which basically says the maximum number of logs that you can log. So if I run into this, you can see it says hit coin, and it keeps saying that as many times as I hit it. But we want the coin to disappear when you hit it. So I'm going to say coin destroy. And now when you hit the coin, it's going to get rid of that coin. And it works for any number of coins. So I could replace this, and then do this, and it's still going to work. Do something like this. It's still going to work. And now if I reload this, you can see it still works. And it still says hit a coin, and it destroys them whenever you hit them. So now let's, what should we do next? let's add a little bit to this level, because I have some ideas of what we can do, but it requires a bit more area on the level. Whoops. And then if I like it, then maybe I'll add it. But for now, we're just going to add space to the level. And then let's add like a gap here. So after these, let's have like a two wide gap. And maybe we could have like something on the left or on the right hand side of that. So maybe we could go up like this. And then you have to jump over to the other side maybe. So a shortcut to select multiple lines like this. There's a way to do like down. Oh, there we go. Alt Shift. And then we can add some space there. And again, if this is your first time using Kaboom, I recommend going to Replit's YouTube channel and looking at the previous streams that we have done. But in this case, I'm just kind of building one myself to just give an idea of what you could build. I think this is coming on good so far. That's another thing we need to add, is something needs to happen when you fall. But for now, what else could we add? Let's do the thing where you fall, and let's detect that. And so let's do, so there's a way to get the height of a level. So we need to assign this to a variable and say const height, or let's use let, or I'm sorry, let's call this the level. And then we can say level height, and this will return height of the level. So now what we can do is, let's actually bring this all the way down to the bottom. And then we can use this, and this will get the level height. So we can say if player position Y is greater than, I'll say it's greater than the level height, then that's log game over, and see if that works how I'm expecting. So let's reload. And if we jump off, you can see it says game over. But I want to add a little bit to this. So let's add maybe like plus 10,000. Just that it's a little bit before you actually lose. So fall. Okay, that's a little too much. Maybe like 1,000 would work. Now let's jump. Still a little too much. Let's do 500. I think 500 will be good, for now at least. And now we need to put all this inside of a scene. So let's say scene game, all this in here, and then go game, and let's add another scene and call it game over. And this is what we will go to when our game's over. So here we can say add text game over. And then in here, we can go take game over. And now it says game over when you lose. And then that's center this. Let's center this. We may actually have to stick that in a center or in a position to get that. Yeah, I think we have to do position center. But I think that'll actually make it offset. Yeah. So let's do origin center. I believe that'll work, because that kind of makes the center point of the text become the point that it draws off of. Maybe not. Oh, here we go. And I'm actually not going to use center because actually, will I? I want a second line of text. So I'm going to say press space to try again. Now I'm going to position that center, origin center. But now they're going to overlap. And if there is a way to do this in Kaboom to where that doesn't happen, then someone let me know. But otherwise, I'm going to do this a bit manually. So I'm going to say width of the canvas divided by 2, and then height divided by 2 minus maybe 25. And then same thing here. Width divided by 2, height, that needs to be a function, height plus 25. Height divided by 2 plus 25, and this needs to be a function. And now if we try that, looks better. To make our life simpler a little, I'm going to use go to game over just to save us a couple seconds. And I want to shrink that font size a little. So we can set size or text size to 25 maybe. And that didn't appear to work. It may just be, why isn't that working? Text, press space to try again. Let's see. Oh, it is just size. I thought it was text size. And oh, that's way too small. We need to increase that. So let's try 25. And that doesn't work. Let's try 50. Let's do 40 and increase the stack and call it a day. And if you're putting lots of text on one screen, I would recommend finding a better way to do the gap rather than hard coding it. Like maybe measure the size of the text, which I believe you can do with like text height I'm pretty sure. So you would do let text equals, and then you can measure your text height. But just for simplicity, I'm not going to, because I only have 2 pieces of text. So I don't think it's a big deal. So now we can just add a listener for when you press space. So you can say on key press space. And I want enter to also work because enter just feels natural to me. So we can just put that in an array and that'll work. And we can say go game. And now you can see I can do that, and then I lose, and then I press space, it takes me back. I lose again, it takes me back. I press space, it takes me back. So that's working how we want it. I need to change this back to game. Okay. Now we need a little bit of a twist in this game. So what could we maybe add? So again, I am thinking we can do like that time limit. Maybe one idea I had is where you speed up. So you kind of speed up as you go. And that would mean that you can't keep running. So I probably didn't explain that very well. I think I'll implement it, and then I'll see what you guys think. So what I can do is I can then add when I press left, I can say player speed. I'm actually gonna do that, and then player speed plus equals 10. Maybe no, I think that's too much. Maybe 5, and then player speed plus equals 5. And when we on key release left or right, then when that happens, we need to reset the player speed to 300. Now if we run that, oh, player speed is not defined. Let's fix that. Player speed, there we go. I removed the capitalization because typically capitalization in that sense kind of means something that doesn't change, like a constant. And that's just kind of a convention that's often used. But here it does change, so we're going to use that. So now we're going to reload. And you can see Beam slowly speeds up. And I don't know if I'm going to keep this, but it's an interesting idea of kind of speeding up as you go. For testing purposes, I want a little bit of a place where you can go below that. So maybe like that, and that. And then let's try. Guess I could have just copy pasted like this. Oh, I accidentally deleted. Whoops. Got that back. Okay, there we go. Whoops. Now we can copy that, move it down there. I'm going to copy that. And, oh, we lost our little gap. Let's add that back. So now down here, let's We'll get a little like groove there where you can sneak in. Now, again, I'm not sure if I like this. One thing I think I'm going to add is double jumping, because I prefer that over the jumping that we have now, because that way you can jump up higher. So we're just going to replace all of this with player double jump, because it's that easy in Kaboom. And now if we reload, whoops. I broke jumping. I broke jumping. Lovely. So I think, not sure why double jumping isn't working. Because it should only be doing it then. I believe we have to add double jump to the list of components. To enable it. Double jump is not defined. Player dot double jump. I believe that's how you add it, is with that. Oh, I guess not. I guess it's automatic. So now you can double jump over like obstacles and stuff. And I'm going to replace this sprite with the little panda. So I'm going to take this bean and I'm going to create another thing 64 by 64 and call it panda. And you guys can watch me draw art, which I'm not very good at, but it'll work. Let's just kind of, I want more of the basic idea. I don't really care if my art's not great. I more just want to give you guys the idea of how you might go about making something like this. But if you create a new, if you click this little plus icon, you can draw your own, which is super nice. And I think I'll add like little eyes. Again, not great drawing. That's not truly the goal here. But I can draw this. And I'll give it a little nose. Doesn't look like a very good panda, but actually I think ears might help. Maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. But just bear with me. And we can do that. And another one up here. This doesn't look too bad. It's not the best art in the world, but I think you can tell that it's a panda, which is all I'm trying to do. And then I'll add little eyes here. So I can do that like maybe like, I'm kind of trying to think how I could do this. Like, again, I'm not an artist, But maybe something like this, and then in here, you could have like one dot. He looks like a scared panda, but it's the best I'm gonna be able to get. So, there we go. Not a very great looking panda. Let's replace this so I can see how it looks. So, actually, I'm gonna change the name to player. Do that in both places, and then I'm gonna rename this panda. Actually, we're gonna have to load this back in. So insert load code, and I'm gonna change this to player. Reload that. I think this image is going to be sized wrong anyways. Yeah, it is. Okay, that may pose an issue. Really, though, it should have legs, so I don't think it's a huge deal. Let's see. Maybe this is really going to not go well, but I'm going to try doing maybe something like this. I'm not really sure how to go about drawing this. Maybe if I do something like this, and I can draw the legs there. It doesn't look amazing. I can add little hands, maybe. You know, it doesn't look too bad. It helps that it's 8-bit, or I should say, it helps that it's pixelated because it makes it easier to draw stuff that doesn't necessarily look great, but you know, you can tell what it is, that type of thing. And because of that, I like this little built-in editor. So let's try this. It's going to be transparent, though. And it's really not a great looking panda. I'm not too happy with how the body came out, but you're not here to watch me draw, so I'm not going to perfect it. But I think maybe it should be less sharp at the edges. Does that make sense? Like that. Eraser. And I should be able to bucket fill this with white. There we go. You can't see anything happening, but I just filled everything in with white. And so now you can move the panda. It's not, again, it's not supposed to look amazing. Maybe after the stream, I'll try to make this look a little better. But for now, this, I think, will be our panda. Doesn't look too bad on stream either. Because on stream, it's a little more blurred, so because the resolution's lower. If any of you are interested in taking a look at this, though, oh, actually, it's the wall a little too soon. That's fine, though. I think it looks more natural instead of hugging the wall. So that'll work. And so we can do that. Oh, but you still can't jump up there even with double jump. I may have to increase how much each jump is. I think I may have to increase. And that's also really easy, I'm pretty sure. I think if we do this really big number, it should jump really high, I believe. Yeah, okay, so that's obviously too big though. So let's try 1,000. That's also too big. So maybe 500. All try that. Danie, hi Danie. That's too little. Maybe let's try 750. And that works. Here we go. Okay. So I think next, maybe, sorry for the pause, but so for those of you who are just joining, what we're doing is building the game that I'm going to, like it's my game for the My First Game Jam. My idea isn't incredibly vivid, but I'm thinking maybe a platformer, and then you have a little panda that you can move on the platformer, and then it collects bamboo or something. And right now, how it works is as you run, you get faster. And when you stop running, you reset to normal speed again. Actually, maybe let's decrease this default speed. Let's make a variable and say, let's move this down a little, and then let's say, actually, these should be properties in here. So let's say default speed, maybe 150, and then we can set the speed, which will be 0. And then we can say player speed. Actually, I guess we should make these the same. Let's just do this. And then player speed, and then player default speed. There we go. Okay. So I slowed it down a little bit. Add a little bit of a challenge. And, whoa, player speed is not defined. We're going to have to say player speed. And now we slowly speed up. Oh, but I don't think it detects when you release the key, which is an issue. It should be player speed here instead of player speed. So now if you reload, should have something like this, where you slowly speed up. And then as you move, then you can double jump. And I'm happy with this so far. I think it's going to turn out well. Now we need to add a timer to show how long you've been playing. So let's say let timer equals add. This one would be text. And inside of this text, we're going to put how long we've been in the game. Let's try. I'm not sure what the best way to implement a timer would be. Maybe if we say on update, I think that would be the best way. So we can say on update, and it can say timer text equals started at. We'll make a started at variable, which will be a timestamp of when we started playing the game. And then we're going to subtract that from our current date and divide it by 100. Or actually, let's do this. So let's put this in a variable. Hello. Let's see. Let playing for equals that. Hello there, Xfinity Web. Right now what we're doing is we're just kind of building a game for the My First Game Jam. So I'm just kind of building one. And yeah, so just kind of casual, building something cool. And in here we're gonna say playing for divided by 1,000 plus s, because this is going to be in milliseconds. And this should be a timer. So you can say started at and put that in the timer. So let's say let's started at equals date now. And then if we run that, let's see what happens. As you can see, it shows the little timer. However, it follows the camera. Now I'm going to need to refresh my memory on how to fix that. I believe you do it with fixed, like that, which should make, yeah, so now the camera position doesn't affect it. Let's round that to 2 decimal places. So let's say player 4 divided by 1,000, 2 fixed 1, which should round it to 1 decimal place. And then let's move this a little bit. Magic. And so now if we reload that, we have a nice little timer here. And that's that. Next, we need the bamboo that we collect. So let's make little bamboo appear. I have an idea. Maybe if we I have an idea. We can add something where if the player, actually, let me add it down here. We can say player uncollide floor shape, just for fun. But that's much too. Oh, that actually won't work. Maybe if we do. Okay, yeah, that idea won't work. I think it'll be too hard to add. I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So I think, because it's like, let's say I go up here on top of this. Oh, actually, it's not. It's only interesting. Okay, yeah, I don't think that'll work. I think we can get it to work, but I just think it's too complex for this one, since we just want to keep it simple. But that's okay. It was just kind of an extra idea, so I'm not too concerned about not adding it. Let's add a little bamboo now that you can collect. So let's add a little bamboo sprite, bamboo, 64 times 64 dimensions. And then let's draw a little green okay, there we go. I have a color here pulled up. So let's do maybe like this color right here. There we go. A nice green. Hello, Antonio. And so we can add something. This also isn't going to look too good, but again, I'm not here to teach you guys drawing skills. Let's do it in the middle here. I think that's too wide for bamboo. Bamboo would be really thin, I think. So let's do pin, and then there we go. And we can draw another in here. And maybe I think these are probably too thick to be bamboo, but you know, gotta draw it anyways, or attempt to draw it. I can probably erase some of this side here. I don't think it has to be a perfect line, because I think that's what will make it look more like it's just a natural bamboo. Sorry to bore you guys again with me drawing it. But, you know, I guess it's all part of game dev. I think I'll just put like 3 pieces. But again, even if you're not great at drawing, like me, it's still super nice having this built-in editor on Replit for drawing stuff. I probably should have made that middle piece over to the left more, but so yeah, so that's super neat. And then let's add this here off to the side, and let's maybe something like that. And I'm no artist, but maybe if we kind of shade it a little, maybe that would look a little better. I don't really know. It's like if we kind of did like just a straight line down. I really don't know if this will look good. The only way to know is to look at it in the game, in my opinion. But then if we add that to like each of them, maybe. And then okay, let's just look at this and see how it looks. So let's do bamboo. Yes, you can. I'll give you that link in a moment. Let me just load in this real quick. So you can click these 3 dots, click insert load code, and then I'm going to replace the coin with the bamboo. Where's the bamboo? There. And then we can just type bamboo. I'm actually going to rename this to collectible because I want it to be easy to change this. There we go. And then, oh, I took away all the coins. Yes, you can play this. Thanks for asking. You can play this at this link. So just click. So after you click that link, then I recommend opening the website in a new tab. And if you have any ideas for what I can add, let me know. But I'm trying to keep it simple because I'm building all of this on stream. So I don't have a ton of time to show you guys like some amazing game. But I do want to give you an idea of something you can make. So let's add, I'm going to represent the bamboo, I think, with like a little bar, kind of. Actually, I'll leave it as a circle, just for consistency. Let's see if this looks any good. Sprite not found. Oh, my mistake. Collectible. There we go. Sorry about that. There we go. I can see little bamboo. Again, doesn't look amazing, but I think it gets the job done. So let's maybe add bamboo there. Let's add like a little groove up here in the corner where you have to go to get it. And oh, I like this because it's oh, that just gave me an idea. I wonder if we could do it for like when you collect this, then like a wall pops up. So then you have to double jump over there. My idea is where you have to collect all the bamboo as fast as you can. Yeah. So that's my idea. So maybe what we could do is some of the bamboos maybe like pop up little walls or something. You're able to double jump, or at least you should be able to. Yeah, you can double jump. So that gives you a bit of an way to get out of like little predicaments like this. But even then, it still can be hard. So I kind of like that idea. But I think that may be hard to implement on stream. I'm not really sure. Let's add a home screen. Because that's something that I definitely want. So let's add up at the top, all the way up here. I'm going to add another scene called menu. And in this scene, I'm going to add a play button, which is going to be made up of text, which says, play or whatever. And then there should be an on-click function, I believe, in Kaboom.js. Yeah, there is. So if you look here, you can see on-click right here. So I can use this to do something when it's clicked. So I could say play button on click. And then, by the way, let me know if you guys are planning on making a game for this game jam. For those of you who don't know, this is a stream for the My First Game Jam. I believe you can find the link down in the description. I believe I put it there. And this is a stream for that. But if you make your own game, you can submit it and possibly win some hacker plan. So but I'm curious if any of you guys are planning on making one, or if maybe you've already started. But in here, I can go to the game. And at the bottom, actually, here we need to go to the menu. So when you load the game, it goes to this scene. And then when you click the button, then it goes to this scene. So it runs all of the stuff inside of here. And then when you lose, then whoops. And then if you lose, then it goes to this scene right here. So that's kind of how our scenes work here. Play button on click is not a function. Is it not? On click. Do I maybe need to specify position or in the components? Maybe is there rect? I think I may have to use this render as a rectangle. Wait, no, that's for rendering. Huh. Does that fix anything? Nope, still not a function. Let's take a look here at the Kaboom.js docs. And because in the playground, they have an example of a button. So let's look in here, button, and then on click. So that detects that. Button on click, yeah, it should be working. On click, and that's just a function. Huh, why isn't it working? What am I missing here? Oh, we're required to have the area component. Is that my issue? Oh, I see. So areas for collision detection, but I thought it was only for shapes colliding with each other. I didn't know that was for when the mouse collides with it. But that's where it makes sense. So I want to position this at the center of the screen. And I want to set the origin to center. And now when I click play, it takes us to the game. And I just thought of a name. It's not like an amazing name or anything, but I'm going to add text, and I think I'm going to call it Panda Rush. And I came up with that on the spot, so, yeah, it's probably more creative than 90% of my other titles. So, not too bad. And then I'm going to position this to the center. I'm actually going to do what I did before, where I do width divided by 2 and height divided by 2 minus 50. And then same thing here, position width divided by, oh, whoops, I meant to do, width by 2, height divided by 2 plus 50. And then you click play, the panda pops up. And I'm going to do, here I'm going to do size of, actually 10 is going to be way too small. Let's do 50. And in here, let's do 100, I think. Is there a way to maybe add a like I think we can do rectangle. And this should add like a background. Let's add this to our button and see what happens. That adds a rectangle there. Can we maybe do like grounded edges? Okay, probably not, but you know, it's fine. Play button on, click. Oh, whoops. So let's see. Now that that's there, let's add. Can I control the color of the rectangle? Maybe not. Okay, that's fine. Okay, all good. We'll just leave out the rectangle bit. Just kind of experimenting here. Maybe I can change the text color. I'm sure I can do that. What's format text out of curiosity? I'm not entirely sure. Without drawing. Oh, that makes sense. Okay. We're just going to use this, though. And I think there's a way here to do I think there's a way here to do like colorful text, but I don't remember how. Like I think there's a way within text to do each like word a different color, but I might be wrong on that. So we're gonna use color. I'm thinking I'll color this. Do I need to? I'm messing around with color for the first time, so bear with me. Or like text color. I've used color for like the background and stuff. So let's see if I do this. I'm totally guessing here. Nope. Color. Nope. Oh, is that a component actually? That's actually a component. Okay. I can do that actually. I can do color 0, 0, 255. It's just like 100. Just kind of playing around here with different stylings. And maybe a little bit brighter. And then let's increase the size of this because I'd like it to be a little bit bigger. And let's increase that gap a little bit as well while we're at it. And now, if I jump off of here, okay, there's a little trick. I'm kind of trying to think here. Maybe I can do, I'm gonna make something where you can get, well, so let's add a tag to all of these collectible. Oh, we already have a tag on them. Okay. So let's do it where when we get a collectible, then we say if get collectible. Oh, I spelled that wrong. Collectible. Where when we get a collectible, if the collectible's left, if there's only 0 left, then we're going to each lot destroy. Does that work? I believe it does. Or not. Oh, I think it's every. So every. Okay. I think there's an example in here. Yeah, we can do that. Okay. So now we can do every lot we can remove. And I have a reason for doing that. What we can do now, my amazing idea is, where's the player at? I guess we should actually move this up. I have an idea of how to set where the player's at. Because I don't think there's an way already exists of how to control where the player spawns. So I'm gonna put a P where I want the player to spawn. And then I'm just gonna do a little bit of copy pasting. Every programmer's favorite thing, copy pasting. And there we go. Oops. Now I can say let player equals get player. The first one, and now we can add a player tag to this. And my only concern is that we had, oh yeah, that'll work. Okay. Now I can control where the player spawns. Okay, that's good. So what I'm picturing is making a little thing here where there's like like X, and then X would mean I should actually use lowercase x just for consistency here. And so we'll do lowercase p, and then x will be Sprite a sprite of metal, or not metal, this little one down here, steel, and that'll be our sprite for that. We're going to use steel and an area solid, and now we're going to load in that. And now I have a little steel box there. I'm not sure why the player isn't exactly aligned. I am not quite sure why that is happening. Oh, it's because I specified the position. I was wondering about that. Which means now I can replace that like that. And inside of here, maybe I can have that, and then designing levels live. Okay, so now the player should spawn. Let's spawn the player on top of that. We're going to put the player up here. And then inside of here, we're going to put bamboo. And there's the plot twist, is that the player is up here, and the player has to get all the bamboo first before the player is able to get to where you have to get all the bamboo before you're able to get to gee, I guess this is tricky. They have to get all the bamboo, and then if you do this carefully, I did that wrong, I guess. So it should. There we go. This needs to be equal to 1. So when you collect all the other bamboo, then this thing should unlock, which kind of forces you to go back to a particular point to collect the bamboo that you missed. And then at that point, then the game would end. So you can say let collectibles left equals get collectible length. And you can say if collectibles left equals 1, then we destroy all those. Else if collectibles length equals 0, then we go game 1. And so now we need a game 1 string. Game 1. And then I'm just going to copy paste this because, again, what programmer does not copy paste? But now we're going to copy paste that. And then we're going to replace this with you collected all the bamboo. So now, if you collect all the bamboo, it should tell you that. It should say you collect, oh, or not. Collectibles left. And now, you can collect all the bamboo. Well, let's see how quick we can be. No. It's tricky because you have to use that double jump at exactly the right time, or else you lose. Let's see about, well, yeah. So it looks like there's a way to pass arguments into a scene, which is perfect. So now we can say in here, time. And so now we can add below this. Actually, I'm going to use this one. And this one will be right smack in the center. So we can just use center. And so I'm going to make it a little larger, and we can do size of 45, time, and then you can say time. Perfect. Okay, I think we're going to need to move these a little as well. So let's add, so 45, let's do 85, 85, or 75 actually. Just try it, see what happens. And then when you collect all the bamboo, then you want to say date now minus started at, and here I'm going to say time. And this time I'm going to do it to 2 decimal places. So I'll do time divided by 1,000, 2 fixed, 2 plus seconds. Expected time divided by 1,000 time, let's see, line 153, 154. Oh, I thought that didn't look right. What's going on here? I think like that should work. Yeah, that should work. Okay. Now play. You get your little panda and you can move around. And you can collect it, and then and then you collect it all. And and then let's see if I can actually win. And this is the tricky part, because I accidentally collected it in the wrong order. So now I have to go back all the way up here to go back and collect this one before I can go over here to get this one. let's add some sound effects. I'm gonna share my entire screen, because that way you'll be able to see that way you'll be able to hear the system audio, which I want you to be able to hear. So just give me a second. All right, so now you should be able to see my screen. And you should also be able to hear audio once I add audio to this. So we can add a sound from this menu. We go up here and pick a sound. You may recognize that one from the beginning of the streams. That sounds like danger, or it's called danger, but I kind of like that. Maybe for when you unlock the little locked thing. Or maybe that one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Actually,
Kaboom.
I think I'm gonna use this one. Yeah, I'm gonna use this one for the jumping. And then we also have a score sound effect. So let's import both of those. So let's click the three dots, insert load code. Same thing for the score, insert load code. And now I'm gonna play. Well, actually, so I'm gonna play score for whenever I collect bamboo. And then when I jump, because I need more than just one sound effect. So when I jump, I can play power up. Sorry, I had to take a look at something. So now, when we're jumping, hear that. And I wonder if there's a sound for game over. Maybe explode for when you fall. And then this for when you get rid of the little thing. So I'm gonna say, oh, but I also should have one for when you win. Maybe portal. So when you win, you'll get portal. I'm gonna put comments next to these so I don't get as confused as to which one's which. So I'm gonna say power up is jump. Get collectible. And then I'm gonna load a portal, which is game 1. And I'm gonna insert this for game lost. And I'm gonna import this for unlocked. And I'm gonna copy paste this so I can refer to it. So portal. I could do it in the scene, but I'm gonna do it here. So I'm gonna say, actually, I don't know which one would be best, but I'm gonna try doing it here. I'm gonna say play, explode, and then if you win, I'm gonna say play, I think we said portal. And then here I'll play off. And only if none of those play will I then play the score. So what you can do is now if you get all the bamboo, I forgot to get all the bamboo. That's that. So now, I'm trying to think if there's anything else to add here. So one thing is more levels, because I only have one level in this game. And that's one thing that would be good to add. I don't know if I'm going to add that on stream, because I've already, I know I've already been streaming for about an hour and a half. But if you are submitting your own game, try to add more levels, because it's a good way to make your game more fun. But in this case, I don't know if I will. Actually, should I? I don't know. I can't decide. What else could I add to a level? Like, how could you maybe have different obstacles? I think I'm gonna add maybe one, just to demonstrate that it's easy. Well, should I? Guys, I can't decide. One thing too is, if you have multiple levels, really you should have a level menu. If I add levels, I don't think I'll add a level menu. This is quite the decision. Well, so I think otherwise I am done. I don't think I have much else to add to this outside of that. But I think it's just a matter of if I want to add another level or not. I do have an idea, actually. So that's... I can't resist. We're gonna add another level, just because I can't resist. So we're gonna go here and add this text, but we're actually gonna make it clickable. We're gonna say let again button, and then we're gonna say let next button. We're gonna kind of steal this code here. We're gonna say next level. Try again. And I'm gonna leave that on key press, just because it's easier to be able to click, to be able to use those keys. But I'm also gonna do again button, on click, which means I'm gonna need area on both of these. And then when you click it, you go to game. If you click the next button, then you're gonna say level plus plus, level num plus plus. So we're gonna start with it. So we're gonna do current level, and then we're gonna say go game. And we'll actually say if current level is less than level's length. There we go. So now we need to define levels and current level. So here, levels, current level. And then we're going to say let levels equals that, and then let current level equal 0. We're going to put this inside of another array. This is called the two-dimensional array, for those of you who don't know. And then I'm going to add a level, and I'm not going to add a bunch. I may just do like one more, but I just want to demonstrate how you can add multiple levels. And I just remembered as well, I have to move this text. So I can say, this should be a little off center, so maybe minus 40, plus 40, then minus 80, plus 80. I don't know if that'll work. We'll test it. And then we'll say, in this level, we'll do like this. And then I have an idea where maybe we can have kind of a platform we have to kind of escape off of. Yeah, I think that's what I'll do. So I'll make a platform where you have space here, and then after that, then you can fall through here. Yeah. And then through here, there will be a gap. And then we can put another destroyed one here with the bamboo on top of it. But then you also have to come back here. Actually, let's put it underneath just for fun. Where then you have to come back here. To get it. And just as a little teaser, I'm going to add open walls here. And the bamboo's there. Let's give this a try. With a quick play, it should start this level. Then we can collect all the bamboo. And now the text is all messed up. Did I add that to the wrong spot? Oh no. That is not what I meant to do. We're going to have to kind of move this around a little now. It's okay, we'll figure it out. So let's put a semicolon. Again button. All of this should go here. And then the press paste to play again should go on the previous one. And so this should go right smack in the center. And then plus 40, 45 I'll do. And then minus, oh, it actually shouldn't be in the center. Oh, this is a bit hard. This is why you don't like to hard code things, because it just makes it a pain. But in this case, it's just the easiest thing to do. Like, since I'm on stream and I'm just trying to do it quick. But in an actual game, do not hard code this, please. Please do not. It truly is. It just makes your life harder. But let's see here. So we have 4 text pieces here. So I can use something like this here and something like this here. And then minus 45 or minus 40, I'll do 40 minus and plus 80 minus 80. Let's see what I just did. Now if we click play and we fall, fingers crossed, not quite. This should probably be more like 50 and 50. There we go. So let's do 45 and 45. And there we go. That's good enough. So now let's add, okay, actually it's not. Let's do 40 and 40. And then let's go to our next thing. Whoops. Let me do that. So now let's win the game and see what happens. There's an issue right there. You can do the sound effect as many times as you want, which we shouldn't have. So we should have on jump, on double. So we can say if player is grounded, then play power up, and then we can delete this, and then we can say player on double jump, and then in here we can play power up. And so now it should only work when we do that. Let's try that again. If I can win my own game this time. And not quite. So you collected all the bamboo. And the center ones should be closer. So let's do like 25. And I think that'll fix it. But then if you click try again, it takes you to this. And if you lose, then that happens. Let's try to get to the next level. So if you click play, and then you collect all the bamboo, and you can do that, and then yeah, that doesn't look great. Let's up all of these by 20. So plus 100. And then we can also click next level. Current level is not defined. Should be defined. Level. Well, All right, there we go. So current level, so this should work. And next level, cannot read properties of undefined. Oh no. Why is player not defined? Oh, I see. And what we can do is actually we should do if this, then at, whoops, I copy pasted too much of that. And then current level plus plus, indent, get rid of this, get rid of one of those, yet another attempt. Let's see if this works. And also the game's less laggy when you're actually playing it on your screen. It's just on the screen share, it's a bit laggy, but if you open this link, it won't be very laggy. All right, so let's go to next level. Still cannot read properties of undefined. Oh, I know why. It's because P should be lowercase. Okay, let's try this again. And now you can get that. This one. No. Now. Fuck it all again. Next level. And now you can see this interesting thing right here. Okay, that won't work quite good enough. I think we just need this to be a little bit shorter. I think that's the issue. Actually, we can make this more over here. There we go. That may be too challenging, actually. Let's add a bit of spacing. And now, if we collect all these, and then we get to the end, I click next level. And now we can see everything's here. That's much of a challenge. So let's put this here, and put that there, and that, and that. And then let's also move this time because it's annoying me. So let's move this time a little bit further down. Again, never, ever, ever hard code anything like I'm doing. It's just something that you want to do. But, you know. Now, if you collect them I'll click next level. I think this has to be moved further up. This is more level making rather than programming. Yeah, let's actually move this one back up. And we can add another one right here. And let's also add some bamboo. Let's be a little rebellious, and let's add one right there. Let's add 4 actually, just for fun. Let's go crazy. Let's add 4 right there. Now we can run that. And yet again, have to click level 1. Oh, I accidentally played again. Really, I should make it automatically start at level 2. But, you know, yeah, but really, I really should be doing that. So that it's not as hard when I'm testing it. Now we can go to the next level. Now we can see everything here. Now we can collect this. No, we just missed it by a little. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, yet another attempt. Let's start at level 1 this time, though, just because. Yeah. Now we can see all these levels. I was looking at this screen, which is a bit laggy. I should be looking at this one. There we go. Yes, and now we can collect. We can't. Okay. Let's move this one a little bit over. So let's put like X's there. And then let's just simply move everything like that. And now reload. I'm pretty sure this is going to be the one. Not in terms of my skills, though. I just realized. Oh. There we go. Mistake on my part. Okay, this is going to be the one. Here we go. Collect these 4. Collect this. Oh, I forgot to jump. Okay, we did that. Perfect 10 seconds. Let's go. Okay. You know, I think that is good enough. So let's do a whole playthrough of this. And then I think that'll be the end. Let's actually just add one last thing. Let's do let's add where if you so we'll say left text, and there's a quicker way to do this, but for those of you who are starting out programming, you can do if we're going to make a last level variable. We'll say let last level equals current level plus 1 is equal to the length of the levels. And so if it's the last level, we'll say text equals you collected all the bamboo and finished all the levels. Else text equals you collected all the bamboo. And everything's laggy, so it's going to pop up in like a moment. I don't know why it took so long. But now we can do a little game, we can play it through. And so we can say last level. Or whoops, we can say text. And now, let's give this a go. So we can run the REPL. And we see it says Panda Rush. Now I can click play, takes us here. We can collect this bamboo. We can collect it all. And it says nothing. Amazing. Text2 is not a function. Text2, I think my IDE just glitched, so I'm going to reload because I think my code there we go. And so let's run this again. Third time's a charm. I don't think this is the third time, but still a charm. And now if we go through this, it still says text2 is not a function. What? What line is this on? 196. Text. Why is it saying text2 is not a function? Oh. It's because I named it the same thing as the function. End text. I'll call it end text. So I'll say end text. Then here, I'll say end text. And now, I think this is the third time. So third time's a charm. So we're going to run this and wait. And then we're going to click play. We're going to collect the bamboo. Get it. And then get the other one. And now that one. And that says we've collected all the bamboo. Now we can click try again, which will take us back to the same exact level as before. Or we can collect all the bamboo. Or we can collect all the bamboo. In which case, it'll let us go to the next level. And now I can see our next level here. Actually, let's get rid of these. Let's see how many times I can reload this. So let's get rid of this little thing. I meant to get rid of this. And now, if we run it, we can click play, and then we can run along here. again. Okay, we can do this. So let's select the bamboo. Get to the other one. Get to the third one. I'm sorry for making you watch me be bad at video games, but my very own game. But alas. Okay. Here we go. Next level. Now we can. Here, let's see if we can get under 10 seconds. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. No, we didn't do it. Okay. Oh, that text is too long. This is why you shouldn't hard code. But I'm just gonna delete that first bit because I'm not about to rework that part of the code. Maybe another day. And so now, attempt 2000, collect the bamboo, get this one, get that, next level, go over here, get this, under 10 seconds, perhaps, 8, 9, under 10 seconds. We did it. And you can also click try again to do the same level again if you're just really feeling it. So let's see how fast I can get on this. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, I was slower than the first time. I wonder if I can get under 9. It's kind of tricky. Again, it's a little laggy for me too. Just because since I'm streaming and have this open, it's kind of laggy. But I think I'd be able to get a higher score if I wasn't on stream. Not to make an excuse, but you know, I really do think I'd be able to get a higher score if I wasn't. I'll try after the stream and see how high of a score I can get. But you know, 7 seconds isn't bad either. So, anyways, that's that. I'm gonna call it quits on that game. I may go back and edit later, but I want to show you guys how to submit. Oh, whoops, that's the wrong one. Let me get that. Oh, you're joining at like the near end, but it's okay. I just finished making a game, which I am now going to submit to show you guys how to submit the My First Game Jam. For anyone just now coming in here, I'm sorry to say that you kind of missed the main part, but it's okay. And there's also going to be a recording later. But so to submit your game, you can follow the instructions here. So it has to be hosted on Replit. And mine is indeed hosted on Replit. It has to be published to the community, which we'll do in a moment. And okay, so let me show you guys. So I can go up here, click publish. Should I actually publish it? Oh, let's see how to change the title real quick. I think there might be a way to change the title, maybe. Is there? I don't know if there is. I think if you go into the files, you might be able to. Under template.html. You might be able to change this title. But just for simplicity, I don't know why I'm playing it again, but you can publish it, and so I'm going to change the name to Panda Rush. So let's see. So we can say Panda Rush into my demo game for my first game jam under the theme of favorite animal. And then what you have to do is give it this tag, Replit first game jam. So just type in here, Replit first game jam. And then if you go to the icon, upload a little icon here for fun. Maybe it could be like the picture of the panda. For here, I'm just going to leave it blank. I will go and add an icon afterwards, I think. And then you can add a cover image, and then this, and then just publish to community. And then you'll get this link. Now, what you need to do with that link is submit it to this form. And so you're going to want to log in with Replit. And then authorize. And it's going to ask you just a couple questions. So you can put in here the link to your REPL. Use the cover page, please. Please upload a picture of the cover page of your REPL. So that's this right here. So it should look something like this. And then put in an email. So I'm just going to put example at example.com. And then click submit. And it'll say game submitted. And that means that your game has been submitted. And if you reload it, it'll still say game submitted. Also, make sure your game follows the theme. And of course, you have to have fun. And those are the requirements. And if you would like to see what the rest of the community has made, if I remember correctly, you can do so by visiting this link. Yes. And you can find all the REPLs here that people have submitted. So if you're curious about that, and you can also find the instructions REPL here. And yeah. Well, that is all that I have for you guys today. Thanks so much for tuning in. We will have the wrap up for my first game jam on October 14th. And another important thing is to make sure you submit your game by October 11th at 11:59 p.m. PST for the game jam. And that is all. Thanks everyone who came. Feel free to take a look at my game, some of the code. But yeah, thanks for coming. See you all next time.